Hello. I really liked doing commentary last time, so you know what? I'm gonna do it again. So this time I'm not actually doing a tournament. I'm going to do a functionality test, sort of like I did before, but instead, yeah, I'm gonna put commentary over it. I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth, of course, about it, since I'm not really able to in the, just the raw footage videos. Gonna give a little, get some details about the design of the bot, and of course gonna go to the test arena, then gonna do a few test fights. So, my newest bot, Void Monster. It was, firstly, it was originally gonna be named Void Beast, but that was too similar to me to some other bot names that are in the game right now. So I decided, to avoid the confusion, I'm gonna, differentiate it, name-wise. And it's a 8-wheel drive flipper. You can't really see all 8 wheels easily, but I promise you, I assure you, they are there. And I really tried to go for something, different visually than what I usually go for. Usually I'm more of a practicality over, wild design, so I'm trying to, make something more competitive. Obviously, I can make some pretty insane stuff, but it's not usually really insane visually, It's just, more of what it does, of course. But I tried to go for some interesting, unique decals, tried a new style of fork. Haven't really seen done super often in this game so far. I don't know how well it is gonna be ground clearance wise, but I'll have to figure that out. Of course, they have these sort of forks that kind of meant to look like claws, of course, because this is obviously supposed to be some kind of crazy monster, obviously, hence the name. And so, yeah, if you if you're in the Battle RC Discord, you may have seen me post a picture of early design. I'll probably put a picture on screen now, probably at like top left or like bottom left corner, something like that, so you can see what I'm talking about. But this has changed a lot since the early design, of course. First thing I'd like to note is about the flipper itself and the flipper panel at the front, or flipper blade. I think that's the right word I'm searching for. Like, this part right here. So if you look at the original version, you see that there's two sort of teeth, similar to what I'm doing for the forks here. But I actually imported and completely made this bot before with that design, but when I put it into the test arena, couldn't have been any more than 10 flips, but the flipper, I'm gonna call it the flipper teeth, you know what I mean, flipper teeth at the front got so bent and warped that the bot could barely drive. So figured it would probably be best for its functionality if I went with something a little more, tried and true, just a standard flipper blade at the front here. So I just put the kind of like a teeth looking visual design on the front. I'm just realizing it doesn't line up perfectly, but oh well. It's it. I'm not going back and re-downloading this model and remaking it just to fix that. You can deal with it. And of course, at the front, it's not really a full wedge. It's obviously a bit off the ground, but let's just call it a wedge. I tried to, I could have just made eyes. That's kind of what I was thinking of doing at first, but obviously with the original version, it should still be up on screen right now. It shares a lot of similarities with Hydra, and I wanted to differentiate from that, so I didn't put any eyes up front. I just tried to go for something that looked a bit more like a mask, I guess is kind of what I'm going for. So I think it ended up looking alright. Of course, along each side, they have these, I kind of wanted them to look like spider legs or scorpion legs. I think my main inspiration for this was Scorpion, but it's not really equivalent to any real life creature, which is, of course, also the intent. But have these alongside don't really serve much of a purpose besides for keep it so it doesn't get stuck on its side. But yeah, besides that, they're just mostly there for decoration. And of course, also mostly for decoration, we have these I guess I'll call them, they kind of look like wings, sort of. That's kind of what they're meant to look like. Again, they're mostly there for decoration, but these on the side, the far left and far right ones do have hitboxes because I do want to keep the hitboxes at least, somewhat realistic. Of course, you have these spines up top. Now, there's these weird, like, fragments, artifacts. I don't know why they're here, but like I said, I made a previous version before. These were here. Tried to fix that. They're still here, but with the previous version, they didn't actually appear in game. They only appeared here for some reason. I don't know why, but hopefully it's gonna be the same here. But of course, last up we have the tails on the back. That's kind of what these are, stingers. This it's supposed to kind of be a scorpion again. Mostly decoration, but they do also serve the purpose of make it so it doesn't get stuck up on its back. Of course, the whole bot is, if you remove all the decorations, it does share some similarities with Hydra, but of course all that is, meant to differentiate it from Hydra, make it its own thing, unique visually and all that. I went through a bunch of different ideas for what colors I should use. I don't usually like using a ton of colors, like 3 to 4 max, if you count white and black as colors, which, yeah, it's debatable, but I mean, I love using white and black a lot. They're just kind of go-to for me. If you see a lot of my bots, I use white and black a lot, usually in combination with blue. White, black, and blue is usually my go-to color combination, but I decided to go for, mix it up a little bit, go for white, black, and red, of course. Even 2 different shades of red. I'm going kind of crazy here, I know. Anyway, there's not much I really need to go over with the weapons. If you want to see the stats for the flipper and stats for the wedge, here they are. Of course, also the speed, turn speed. I have it at 75. That's what worked well last time. Anything above that is a bit too uncontrollable, but below that, it's not really fast enough for my taste, so we're just gonna go with that. And I'm gonna, see how it runs in the test arena. Obviously, I do have some experience before with this in the test arena with the previous version, but haven't done it with this version yet. Of course, just gonna drive it around a little bit first, get a feel for it. Feels pretty smooth. The turning is a little bit wonky if you're slowing down. The turning's a bit wonky, but besides that, drives fairly well. Can oversteer a little bit on occasion, like that, but feels fine to me. Nothing that's too bad. Don't know how the AI will handle it though. It might end up oversteering. It tends to do that sometimes. So, I don't know how that happened, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna go in for some flip tests. Okay. I'm already going to have to refresh. That's a very good start. I don't really know what that was, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Flipper. Oh yeah, that's pretty powerful. I gave it the same stats as last time, so I kind of knew what to expect. But still, if you can get like a really good angle, if you can get a good flip in, it can definitely launch them very high. Like, see it hit the ceiling. Test arena earlier. Yeah, there we go, hit the ceiling again. So, like I said before, with the previous flipper design, it got bent super easily. This I made so it wouldn't as easily. See if I can actually, let me see if I can do self-writing tests real quickly. See if I can flip bulldozer out of the way. See if I can get it up. Oh. Okay, it's gonna be a little hard to drive since the weapon is off balance. See if I can flip this over. Sometimes it's a pain to get my bots flipped over, but if it takes me a little bit, I'll just cut to when I do, because it very well might. Come on, now okay, they're stuck together. Okay, I'll get it eventually, I promise. Oh, not there. Okay, there might be some problems with the physics for this thing. Don't know if it's because of all the decals or what. Maybe there's a problem with the model. It's probably a problem with me importing the model. That does happen sometimes. Yeah, it does seem to be a bit of a problem at the moment. Doesn't seem to be anything super major. It should be. I don't see a problem. I say that, but should I release this right now? I'll see what it does in the test fights. I still haven't gotten this thing flipped over, by the way. Very cool. I promise I'm trying my best. But no, probably should have done the. Okay, there we go. Okay, as soon as I say it. Oh, I should probably. Okay, I should probably adjust the flipper. Yeah, I do need to adjust the flipper a little bit. Maybe I'll try increased max angle first, see if that does anything. Can I make it? I'll make it have a little bit more force. How about that? Okay, yeah, still not quite enough. I'll see if I can see if this does anything. I don't know if the changes have taken effect yet. Okay, hold on. Alright, changes have definitely taken effect now. See if I can get myself flipped over again. Oh lord, okay, this is hard to drive. Okay, yeah, okay, there's definitely problems with the bottom of this thing when it gets hit. Okay, oh, okay, it did self-right there, but I think maybe I do want to increase the speed slightly. Maybe I'll try just increasing everything a little bit, see if that helps. I'll go up to, let's go up to 600 here. I'll turn the angle back down to 60. Okay. Do flip test real quick, feels about the same. See if I can't get bulldozer back down. I don't know why the wheels stay here. Okay, I can't really turn. Okay, okay. Should still work fine though. I'd have to, yeah. Okay, no, not like that, not like that. I don't know how much of this I'm going to leave in, but you get to, maybe I'll just leave it because it's funny to see me desperately try to get myself flipped over for a self-righting test. Okay. Okay, I don't know why it glitches out when I hit the underside of it. Maybe I'll try to fix that. Okay, it looks like it should flip back over. However, that wasn't force shift position. Looks like it does do a full flip, and then it should land on its wheels. I'll try to recreate that again, but yeah, see, I don't know. Okay, there's a problem with the underneath of it. I don't know what that is. Maybe after this I'll probably go check to see if I forgot to make one of the parts of the bottom convex or something. I'll probably go and look that there before I do the test bites, but I'll probably just cut that out. So here's the full self-righting test, and it. Whoa, what? What was that? Okay. Okay. Okay, there are some problems, of course, with the wheels. Might be a problem with the model. Again, I'll go see if everything works correctly, or I have everything modeled correctly in the edit screen real quick before I go do the test bites. But I think that's a pretty productive test. So, like I said, I'm gonna go check the edit menu again, but be doing test bite next in the video. Hello, we're back with the test bites. It's been a few minutes, but this is gonna be directly after I ended the test arena footage. So here they are, the first test bite. This is, I do these mostly to see how the AI controls the bots and how the bot performs in the arena in general. And I figured it would be only right for me to put up Void Monster against all of my, or maybe not all of them, or at least most of my other Void bots I made. For those of you who are unaware, they're a series of bots I've been making for a long time now, back to the original Void Walker. Shoot, was that must have been earlier this summer. It must have been either May or June. Anyway, but yeah, I'm putting up against Void Walker 3 first, obviously the second sequel to Void Walker. It's a four-wheel drive wedge pusher. Of course, you saw Void Monster earlier. You know what it is. You know what it does. So let's see what these two do against each other. Both of them are being controlled by AI, of course, if that wasn't obvious enough. Here we are. It's Void Monster and it is Void Walker 3. Hopefully I don't get the names of these two confused, but no promises. Here we are, charging each other. Void Walker 3 gets underneath Void Monster right at the start. I'm going to use just to say Void Walker from now on. Both of their forks seem to be tangled up with each other. Void Walker getting along the side, pushing Void Monster into the wall. Void Monster flipping up into the air. Void Walker 3 underneath. Void Monster still. Void Monster 3 spinning in place, trying to find an angle to get underneath Void Walker. Void Walker able to keep under Void Monster with its long forks though. Void Monster not really able to do much so far. Void Walker 3 pushing it back into the screws. Void Monster flipping. But still not able to get underneath Void Walker. Oh, but Void Monster getting a push back against Void Walker. Towards the wall. Seeming to have the better pushing power now. But not able to get underneath Void Walker to get a flip. Hopefully they move so they don't get count out. There we go. There you go. Both of them still pushing against each other. Neither of them backing up to reposition. But it's bad for Void Monster since it's not underneath Void Walker. Void Walker almost underneath the side. Void Monster almost getting a flip. Oh, and now it gets a flip on Void Walker. Now, that first being a small flip. The second flip sending it through the air. Void Walker landing upside down. Still trying to push Void Monster along the side. Void Monster getting another big flip. Oh. Void Walker now underneath the side of Void Monster though. Pushing it around into the saws. Oh, and now Void Monster dragging Void Walker back towards the wall. Or maybe that was a push by Void Walker, can't quite tell. Both of them now just underneath each other, pushing back and forth again. Neither really getting the edge when they're kind of stuck together like this. Void Monster seeming to have the slightly better pushing power though. Oh, the much better pushing power now. Pushing Void Walker back fast, and Void Monster getting another flip on Void Walker. Oh, the hammer hitting Void Walker. Void Walker stuck on the side wall, looks like. Oh, the hammer hitting Void Walker's fort. Void Walker now stuck up next to the hammer, and Void Monster might just leave it there. Hopefully the hammer doesn't trigger. That might free Void Walker, but it looks like Void Monster is going to get the TKO on Void Walker, getting it up, stuck towards the hammer. Two having a big pushing fight for most of this battle, but Void Monster coming in the end and flipping Void Walker and getting it stuck. So Void Monster's first test fight is in fact a victory by TKO. Now, I'm probably just gonna cut to when I have the bot chosen for the second test fight because I haven't decided yet. And here we go, it's the next fight. It is Void Monster, it is Void Armada. I'm just gonna do this again. I didn't really have any misspeaking problems last fight. So, Void Monster did have some physics problems last fight though, but they weren't really that major. Not major enough for me to point it out, but if there's gonna be any physics problems, we might see them here because we did see in the test fights that something hits underneath Void Monster. It does seem to cause some physics problems, and that's kind of what Void Armada does. So hopefully that's not going to be a problem. If it is going to be a problem, I'm just going to roll with it. We're just going to just see what happens, you know. Both of them fly to the ceiling and die immediately, you know, that's what happens. Anyway, yeah, next up, of course, it is Void Monster, it is Void Armada, of course, still both being controlled by AI in Battle RC Arena. Let's see how they do. Let me go get some water real quick. Okay, there we go. Alright, Void Monster and Void Armada. Both of them charging directly into each other. Neither getting a huge ground clearance advantage. Oh, Void Monster getting underneath Void Armada, but missing the flip. Missing the flip once again. Void Armada getting a lot of damage to the front of Void Monster. Oh, now Void Monster getting a flip. Void Monster missing yet another flip. Void Monster seems to have the better ground clearance, but it gets a big flip on Void Armada. Void Armada now under. That wasn't Physics problem, but it doesn't really affect things that much. Void Armada getting a lot of damage, but Void Monster getting a big flip. The hammer coming down on Void Monster. Void Armada stuck against the wall. Void Monster seems to want to go for it, though. Wants to get another big flip. Wants to get stuck back towards the hammer like he did Void Walker. But yeah, Void Armada now stuck against the wall. Void Monster nudges it out of place, so it count out stops. Is it trying to get another flip? I can't really tell. Oh, yes, it is trying to get another flip. Oh, now freeing Void Armada from the wall. Void Monster taking advantage to get some more flips. It looks like it is. It's getting 2, now 3 more big flips. Oh, misses the 4th though. Oh, doesn't miss that one. Void Armada going through the air, hitting the top of the control boots. Void Monster is taking a lot of damage. See if he can pull this back. Oh, Void Armada chewing up at the front. Those forks taking a lot of damage. Void Monster missing several flips. Oh. Void Monster pushing Void Armada back into the screws. Gets another big flip in. Void Monster probably wants to go for an out of the arena or get Void Armada stuck against walls, but Void Monster stuck against the screws. Both of them flying towards the ceiling, and Void Monster is destroyed. Void Armada taking the KO victory. Record of Void Monster test fights is now 1-1. It definitely had some good moments in that fight too. There were some physics problems like I predicted, but they mostly they did fly towards the ceiling. But I mean, like, what, I don't really know what's causing it, and I have no idea. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm just gonna roll with it, to be honest with you, because I really don't want to remake this thing for. How many times have I made this at this point? Like, I don't want to remake it for a 6th time. I really don't want to bother with that, so I'm just gonna keep it as is. I hope it ends up being fine when I release it. If maybe I could even solve the problem if I knew what the problem was. That would help. No, anyway, I'm just rambling. Let's go back to the main menu and let's do the 3rd test fight. Well, and here we are. If I didn't have enough Eye of the Void on my channel, here it is again. I might as well, I figured I might as well commit and just put Void Monster against all other 3 of the Void bots I have now. And well, here's your 3rd one. If you've been around the Battle RC community, you probably know Eye of the Void. I went a little overboard on this one. It's very ridiculous, very unrealistic, and can be very good against certain matchups. However, it cannot self-right. Void Monster might actually have a chance here. Void's a big damage dealer. They'll probably win because the AI doesn't know when to stop. But we'll see what happens. Maybe Void Monster will pull something off. Of course, I think this will be the last test fight I do. I mean, I figured just putting up against the 3 other Void bots I have is probably good enough. So here they are, Void Monster and Eye of the Void. I've been doing well not misspeaking the name. Hopefully I don't jinx myself. So here they are. Oh, Void Monster charging in and getting a flip on Eye of the Void immediately. Eye of the Void getting a lot of damage. And then on the Void Monster, Flames glitching out the game's audio, as they tend to do. Eye of the Void now upside down. I cannot tell for the life of me what's happening. But, I can tell Void Monster got a flip there. Void Monster getting another flip. Both of them actually pretty even on damage. Eye of the Void spamming these flames. Void Monster just kind of spinning in place, but going for another flip on Eye of the Void. Eye of the Void going through the air. Oh, a small flip off the hammer, hitting Eye of the Void. I couldn't tell what was going on there for a second. Void Monster seemingly not moving. Is it stuck? Yeah, it does appear to be stuck on the wall, even though Eye of the Void is upside down. Void Monster does appear to be stuck, and it is, in fact, eliminated. That's very unfortunate. It was actually arguably in the lead in that fight. Yeah, it was in lead on damage, but it looks like it backed up and got one of those tails stuck against the wall, and Eye of the Void was upside down, so it couldn't hit it to get free. So maybe I'll do one more test fight. That didn't satisfy me. You know what, I'm gonna, I said this is gonna be the last one, but I lie. We're gonna do one more. I'm gonna think of something to put up against it real quick. Hold on. All right, here we are. Last test fight. I decided to, we decided to have 3 different weapons. Might as well do a flipper on flipper fight. So this will be Void Monster, and it will be Blip. This is the last test fight. I promise I'm not gonna do any more. So we'll see how Void Monster does against another flipper. Oh, oh. Void Monster getting under Blip, but firing the flipper early, not getting a flip on. The 2 flippers getting stuck together, causing both to fly through the air, as they tend to do. Blip takes the opportunity to get under Void Monster. Void Monster, oh, there's definitely a hitbox problem there, because it is stuck on the screws despite the fact that the model is not touching the screws. Oh, well, maybe I found the source of the physics problems. It might be those tails. I might have to go fix that. Anyway, continuing the fight. Oh, Void Monster getting a flip on Blip, and oh, Blip out of the arena very quickly. Okay. Despite Blip starting out on top, Void Monster does take the victory by out of the arena. And I honestly, I think this video has gone on long enough. I will go to the test arena, or to the edit menu, and I will remove the tail hitboxes, see if that does fix the glitch problems. I'll probably just put it in description if it does fix the problems or not. So if you're curious, you can probably just check the description of the video, or I might leave a comment, pinned comment perhaps. I'll see, but it's gonna be one of those 2. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the test arena and the test fights. I honestly liked recording this a lot more than my usual test fights, because I get to say what I'm thinking. Of course, who would have thought commentary lets you do that. But anyway, thank y'all for watching, and Void Monster should be up on the Battle RC Discord and on the Steam Workshop by the time this video is up. So if you want to check it out, check out Battle RC in general, I would suggest looking at Steam, join Discord, etc. So yeah, thank you for watching.